I wasn't gonna watch this crap, but then, when all the news surrounding it seemed to reach levels of stupidity not seen since the reign of Chibs the Idiot, I decided to give it a watch, and dear God was this crap. We start with David Tennant giving a very wooden speech, which foreshadows his overall performance as Dr. Desperation. It seems he really isn't into this. It seems Donna is having dreams. Dreams about what Doctor Who was like before it started to suck. It seems Donna is sad about life. We're all sad, Donna. Current year is terrible. Dr. Desperation says he can't ever see Donna again, which will last about 2 minutes, and questions why he is wearing that face again. Simple, Dr. Desperation. Desperation followed by a bait and switch. And I really don't think it could be any more obvious that you really don't want to be here. Then we're back in London, as RTD only seems to be capable of repeating what he already did almost 20 years ago, except repeating it very badly. The TARDIS lands in current year, and we run into Donna and her daughter, Rose, henceforth to be known as Tiddlywinks, the center of everything. Tiddlywinks makes toys. Whatever, I don't care. Then a spaceship crashes and stuff blows up, because this is RTD's version of clever writing. Just blow stuff up, because the plebs are stupid. Of course, Donna missed it, because Donna misses everything, because again, remember, this is what happened before, plebs. Then Donna makes fun of Dr. Desperation for wearing a tight suit over the age of 35. But then, we don't like people over 35 around here anyway. This show is just made for the cool kids. As long as you can check all the right boxes to work for the BBC, either that or RTD considers your mommy and daddy not dirty plebs. Then we meet Donna's husband, and learned that she gave away all her money for reasons. You know, that money they won in the rigged lottery. We find out the reasons later, and they are reasons. The reasons you might expect. Now they're broke, because that must be a thing. Can't be a victim if you don't force yourself to go broke, a situation that was completely avoidable. Then we go to Boom Boom Splosion Factory and meet this lady in a wheelchair. We don't know who she is, but we know she won't be a villain because RTD said that kind of thing is no longer allowed, in an effort to be not patronizing. Then we have a bunch of unit soldiers consisting of white dudes and white ladies, and I think to myself, wait, this kind of thing isn't allowable anymore. But don't worry, little ones, all will make sense shortly. Then, in a mind-blowing attempt at subtlety, as Tiddlywinks and Donna are walking down the street, a bunch of white dudes drive by on bikes and are laughing at Tiddlywinks while calling them Jason. What is this now? Oh, RTD, you little trickster. That was as subtle as your obsession with Boom Boom Splosions as an attempt to mask your lack of creativity or even remotely being able to think of something you haven't done already. Don't you worry, Tiddlywinks. Donna's going to tell their parents and have them cancelled. Then we are reintroduced to Donna's mother, and she's gone current year too. Donna tells her that Tiddlywinks is sad because white dudes. Donna's mom tells Tiddlywinks she's gorgeous, but then she feels bad because she's worried she's being sexist for calling Tiddlywinks gorgeous. Not even introduced as a joke, because jokes aren't allowed anymore. Well, unless it's directed at white dudes. Then we get to sit through a conversation on current yearisms and get reminded of how awesome Tiddlywinks is. Then Donna reminds us that she's sad. There. Anybody watching this is sad too, Donna. Then Tiddlywinks is putting stuff in the bin, which really is where this show should be by this point. Then Tiddlywinks talks to this annoying, hyperactive kid whose gender I dare not assume, and then we're introduced to whatever the hell this is supposed to be, as 2005 looks at the current effects department with shame. Definitely checking those boxes in the effects department, aren't we, Russell? Non-gender descript furry thing is being hunted by monsters. So, white dudes? Then we meet up with the bug-eyed things, and I think, dear God, they're hunting non-gender descript furry thing. Good luck, bug-eyed dudes. Those costumes don't seem to move very well. Then Dr. Desperation, who looks bored out of his mind, meets up with Wheelchair Lady, and she is the most awesomest scientific advisor ever. Dr. Desperation is worried about Donna's head blowing up. Well, at least that would make this even the slightest bit interesting. Then Wheelchair Lady tells Dr. Desperation to go away because she can handle things better than him because she's the bestest of all. Then the white soldier dude apologizes for the stairs, and Wheelchair Lady gets pissy. Then the unit white dudes and ladies get brain scanned, and now they're evil, so everything makes sense again. Next, Tiddlywinks doesn't take out the bins because them's too good for that and has a discussion with non-gender descript furry thing about how misunderstood and how differently special she is. Gee, Russell, whatever could you be getting at there? So subtle, dude. Non-gender descript furry thing wants to go home. That's the feeling for most of us, non-gender descript furry thing. Then Donna discovers non-gender descript furry thing and is horrified. Yeah, Yeah, Donna, I know, but this is the best they could do. Then Dr. Desperation shows up and Donna's mom clocks him right in the mouth. Take that, you evil patriarchal bastard. Then Dad shows up and he seems completely unfazed by non-gender descript furry thing, and I think, man, this dude's seen some crap. Then Major Singh is here to keep white army dudes in line, but they tell him to get lost and he does. Then we reminisce about Wilf, and I get sad when I realize appearing in this mess was Bernard Cribbin's final performance. Then Dr. Desperation makes the mistake of assuming non-gender descript furry thing's gender, and Tiddlywinks lets him have it. No, I didn't make that up. That's an actual scene. Non-gender descript furry thing says its pronouns is thee, or the, and I find myself in disbelief at the over-the-top pandering. It seems the alien things want the non-gender descript furry thing's fur. Oh dear. Then white evil military dudes show up and start being toxic. Then we get more boom boom explosions as Donna's house blows up. Well, perhaps you shouldn't have given that 166 million pounds for stupid plot points. Now, don't you feel like an idiot? Dr. Desperation then starts creating shields with a sonic screwdriver because apparently it does that now. I can think of several times in the past where this might have helped, dude. Then bug-eyed dudes march down the street while stuff is on fire because, once again, Russell is incapable of original thought unless it has to do with current yearisms. Boom boom explosions, yo. Then they escape through the house of a lazy white dude, representative of the plebs because Russell couldn't help himself. Then blowy blowy boom boom. Then Dr. Desperation teleports the bug-eyed dudes for trial. Then we learn that the bug-eyed dudes weren't the bad guys at all. Guess that means we won't be seeing the white soldier guys and gals again. But then, the white soldier guys and gals are serving non-gender descript furry thing, so everything makes sense again. Then we learn that non-gender descript furry thing is actually the villain, as Russell proceeds with self-wankery, thinking of how clever he is. Then things get silly. Then, non-gender descript furry thing refers to Tiddlywinks as Donna's weird child. So we get the point that it's evil. Then Dr. Desperation starts to blather on, and they knock him unconscious because that's enough from you, you white patriarchal bastard! Then Donna starts to regret giving away her money for virtue signaling purposes. Well, you made the idiotic decision, so now you live with it. Dr. Desperation decides to name non-gender descript furry thing's ship the Delusions of Grandeur, as Russell unknowingly projects himself onto non-gender descript furry thing. Non-gender descript furry thing has to destroy London to power up its ship, and Russell continues his old plots. Then wheelchair lady shoots darts out of her wheelchair, then shoots rockets out of her wheelchair. Then white dudes start chanting hail to the non-gender descript furry thing. Then Dr. Desperation and Donna get trapped in the control room and end up separated because, again, originality. Then the dagger drive gets activated, and we have more boom boom explosion blowy blowy boom booms. And oh no, Donna needs to get the memories back that will kill her to save the day, and Dr. Desperation attempts to yell with conviction, and the attempt just makes me sad. He gives Donna her memory back, Donna dies, but then doesn't die because it seems that Tiddlywinks was the center of the universe all along. Non-gender descript furry thing's plan to launch its spaceship has failed. Oh no! Now let's quote some lines. Binary, non-binary. We're binary. She's not. Because the doctor's male and female, and neither, and more. Yep, those lines were said. Then non-gender descript furry thing gets sent off to prison and mentions the boss. Oh, whatever could this mean? Let me pretend to care. Then Dr. Desperation tells Donna and Tiddlywinks that they have to give up their meta-crisis silliness, and here's some more lines that were actually uttered by Donna and Tiddlywinks. We know everything, and you know nothing. It's a shame that you're not a woman anymore because she'd have understood. We've got all the power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand. Just let it go, and we choose to let it go. Good Lord! Then Dr. Desperation and Donna head to the new TARDIS, which immediately gets boom boom, explosion, blowy blowy boom booms. I don't know if I'm going to cover the rest of these because this was just painful to sit through. We shall see. But that's it for today. Don't forget to come yell at me on Elon's busted Twitter, and until next time, suck it!